Well, no, I'm just kind of making this video because I was just thinking about some stuff, especially like based off of the past couple of videos that I made, which have absolutely nothing to do with dream. I haven't been remembering my dreams lately. Well, like I said, like if it does, and this is horrible. Like I hate that I'm even saying this sentence, but this is the truth, right? If the dream is not enough to make at least 10 minutes of content, then I'm not reporting it, right? So under that requirement, under that evaluation, I haven't been dreaming. So but yeah, just thinking about all this stuff, right? Where I was talking about like I don't know, I kind of want to get into like past lives and stuff like that, because I think okay, with because I'm not saying this is right or wrong. Like this is one of the many possibilities, right? I've given like a biological standpoint. I've given how would you say? I don't know how to say this, but like like based off of experiences, right? You could even go to the spiritual, or like there's several ways to I was gonna say paint a donkey. I don't know why I'm saying that. There's several ways to paint a donkey. I don't know what that means, but like there's several explanations that you can go, and they could all be right. None of them could be right. Who knows? But yeah, like okay, so like I guess what I'm trying to say is like I have considered maybe whatever those little skill sets that I've been given right now. Like okay, all right, Kayla. Okay, me. Kayla thinks it's just like past experiences, right? But okay, I'm gonna give like an arbitrary name to like my soul. Okay. Okay. For right now, my soul's name is Cecil, right? Cecil can fucking speak Spanish apparently. Cecil remembers Cecil remembers being like a harat of fucking Buddha or something like that, like on some other shit, right? Kayla just wants a Mai Tai. Kayla wants Mai Tai, and then Kayla wants to wear goth clothes and go to a GAT concert. That's what Kayla wants, right? But Cecil is on some other shit. Cecil doing I don't know what the fuck, right? And okay, so that's just me, right? This is just like my little collective or whatever the fuck I'm dealing with, right? But taking my experience, right? Taking what I'm dealing with, and looking at some other people's stuff too. Like okay, like there's like a hell of a lot of like transgender people lately, right? I honestly think this is and I think some people of like certain religious sex like SECT, um, I think they agree with me that I'm not gonna assume they all do, right? But I think people struggling with transgender issues, not all of them. Like I said, like sometimes if it quacks like a duck and looks like a duck, it's sometimes a goose, But for some of them, right? I think they, if some guy is like really set on being like a woman or something like that, I think in his past life he probably was a woman, and that woman is just like not having it being a icky man. Like she doesn't identify as whatever she is currently, right? There's like a discrepancy there. There's a discrepancy within the soul, because the attachment to that previous, like, I don't know, like, okay, like I said, I think Cecil was a guy, right? But I don't like. I'm not like. I don't want to be like I don't have any issues with that, right? I have no issues with this. I'm totally fine. It's kind of issues with other things, right? But for whatever reason, I don't remember her name, but like from Fruit. Moonflower drum song, that one girl like, I enjoy being a girl. Like, there's just like the one the one who lives the Barbie lifestyle, the Legally Blonde type, like, like if it's a woman like that, yeah, that's kind of like very hard to like then become a burly dude named Henry. uh, so that's what I think's happening, right? And we're trying to solve this issue with like drugs, medication, hormonal replacements, and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, like, I guess that's one way to deal with it, right? But I do think like there is like a spiritual component there. And maybe there should be, like, I mean, I'm not gonna tell somebody how they should deal with whatever they're like, it's like, it's up to you. It's your body, it's your experience, whatever. But I think a lot of people don't give that any consideration, right? Like it's either their mental illness, like it's either completely just like a mental thing or a physical thing, right? Like, oh, they're just lacking the hormones, or oh, their brain chemistry is too fucking weird. There's a third option, right? And I'm like, well, there's probably more than that, right? But that we don't usually kind of even pay attention to. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna say I'm like trying to bring awareness. I'm really just talking about my shit and then like looking at other people's shit and being like, I don't know, comparing it, I guess. But yeah. That's why I feel like, and this sucks too, right? Because a lot of like these alternative treatments, let's say, like, because right now, right, at least in America, we really champion like our like westernized healthcare system, right? We like surgeries, we like medication, we like all the pharmaceutical stuff, like, and it's, I'm not saying these are bad things, right? If that's what you want, if you believe that that's how you're going to be healed and that's what you need, then by all means you should, receive the treatment in which you want, right? Which is good for you. But like, unfortunately, right, a lot of the therapies and treatments that I'm talking about, that deal more on the spiritual end, are not paid through the government and are usually hella expensive and stuff like that. Not all the time, but like it's harder to find these kind of modalities. Usually, they're not easily accessible at the very least. Let's just describe it as that. And I think that's really a shame, because it's like then people are forced to, and I don't think it's 100% like, okay, it's not the doctor's fault. Like, they're just doing what they were trying to do. They're just handling things in accordance to their practices and their things, what they are like, yeah, you don't go to a dentist for like brain surgery or something like that. Yeah, right? Like, there's only so much he can do, or they can do, whatever. But the fact that we're not really given those options to begin with is kind of, that's the scammy part, really. That's the real scammy part, because it just creates like a funnel, like, because, okay, for the people who are wanting those treatments, great, because they're going to get healed. But for the people who are not necessarily wanting those treatments and actually would be better served with a different kind of treatment, they're given basically, I wouldn't even say placebo, it's just like they're giving them like, it's like the people who like down Benadryl to like take a nap. It's like it's a very bad coping mechanism, and unfortunately, through society's lens, we're seeing it as like a correct course of action. But it's like, no, it's basically like sniffing a bunch of cocaine and acting like you're okay. It's like, no, this is not okay. This is not the way, and you're creating even more fuck uppery than what needs to be like, if you just simply have all the options, like put all the damn cards on the table and then let the person, figure their shit out, rather than keeping half of them, under your sleeve, that, and creating a false sense of like, what is it? Like lack, right? But it's like, I don't know. I think this has happened several times in history. Like, I mean, like, this always happens, right? I even talked about, like, the whole entire, like, thing with, like, or donating blood or organs or whatever, doing anything like that. It's like, I don't think the act itself is bad, but it's unfortunate that human beings are just such pieces of shit to where they will take advantage of everything and anything. Like, okay, like, even look at, like the Ghibli movie film where, they killed the fucking deer god. Like, we're such evil creatures that we would literally kill something divine. Like, okay. That's horrible. But that is kind of the truth. And I'm not putting myself, like, above anything. I'm just aware in this present moment in time. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't, like, this is not like me trying to answer anything. This is me just like saying my 2 cents or anything or whatever. I don't know. This is just what I believe. This is just what I think. And that's it, really, right? Because I don't really have any. Well, I don't want to, like, because, I mean, some people are like, I don't know, the really woo-woo people. Like, I am kind of woo-woo, but I'm not, like, full-on woo-woo, like, if that makes any sense. Like I said before, I had experiences of, like, going to, okay, like I said, my mom took me to that psychic lady, and, like, her whole house was, like, freezing cold. She had like a fire, like, she had a fire of, like, a stove on or whatever, and it was cold as like, like, I've had spiritual experiences and stuff like that. And like I said, like, I don't know, because, like, I don't know, I think some people don't believe me, but it's like, why the fuck would I really have nothing to gain by lying about this shit. Like, really? You already think I'm crazy. Like, why would I go around saying shit that, like, there's no fucking reason for me to be lying about that shit. Like I said, Kayla just wants to drink a Mai Tai and wear goth wallet. Like, Kayla wants to become Morticia and drink a Mai Tai. But Cecil on some other shit. But anyway. Yeah. This is not Mai Tai, this is coffee, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, this is kind of an amalgamation of, like, this is my morning contemplation. What was that one guy in, Stranger Things? He's like, mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Like, coffee and contemplation, yeah. But anyway, but yeah, it's just, I know, it's kind of crappy because I'm not really providing any solutions for these quote-unquote problems, but it's more of just like, I'm just observing different things, right? And I'm just recanting my observations and opinions on these things. That's about it. I know, I'm completely useless. I don't care. I have a coffee drink, that's all. Okay, take care, be good, bye-bye.